I had to bring that energy from the beginnings. Like when I first met Anoushka, I was like, oh my God, I can't bear her. But I'm gonna have to be nice.
So Australia's Five Blind Dates travels to UK to become Picture This. So while on the surface this film looks like a cliche rom-com, it's also about self-acceptance and self-love. Give us your insights into this.
By the way, before she says anything, I just want to say she wanted to do the whole interview in an Australian accent.
I did.
And
Oh,
I
go
said,
for it, please do
no. I was
that.
like, are you joking
I
me?
said, should we
No
do it
thanks.
in the
Anyway,
Australian accent?
I was like, no thanks.
I just
Anyway,
wanted to give it a go.
okay, let's answer her actual question. Okay,
Yeah.
self-love, self-care. Well, obviously, I have to agree because each of the characters, well, the sisters have to first
Yeah.
figure out how to love each other, which
Yeah.
like good sisters, they're fighting. I do think that that's a very important message in the film, and I think it comes out in such interesting ways that we were not expecting. And I think it's particularly, I don't think traditionally South Asian women were raised to think about self-love and self-care. We're raised to think about other people. What will they
I
say?
agree.
What do they need?
Yeah.
And I think in this film, we're kind of bringing it back to ourselves, which I think is a very modern take on being alive, and being in the world. And I think the movie does that in a really fun and relatable way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
As the family, the South, like the forefront family, us, we all express our love in a way. We love each other so much and we want what's best for each other, but that might not be the mindset that they're in as well. So I think you mean so well. Do you know what I mean? The mum, she wants what's best for us, but sometimes it doesn't come across that way to Pia or me because you're our mum. Do you know what I mean? And me and Pia are so different in this film. We're very type A, type B people, but we have that sisterly dynamic and we love each other so much. We want the best for each other.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And look, Sindhu, as you mentioned about, South Asian women and self-love, it's also a great feeling to see that South Asian representation and opportunities for us to finally tell our stories. So both of you as actors and Sindhu as a comedian, what does this mean for you?
Okay. I keep putting beauty before age and she keeps
Stop!
saying no. What does it mean for me? Listen, I think I have never thought of myself as, I don't lead in my self-awareness with being South Asian. I lead in my self-awareness as being Sindhu. And I think this has something to do with the fact that I grew up in India, so I wasn't walking around where I wasn't like everyone else. Do you know? I wasn't like everyone else because I was 5'10", but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
In terms of my ethnicity, I was like everyone else. So so I don't know that being in this film or has made me feel like, oh, this is something I was waiting for as a South Asian. Having said that, it made playing the role of Lakshmi, who does things that we don't often portray South Asian women as doing on screen.
Yeah.
That was wonderful. And it's probably one of the main reasons I said yes to the part. And Prarthana Mohan, the director, understood it at once. That, there's an erasing of older South Asian women in real life,
Yeah.
let alone on screen. And that has to stop.
Yeah.
That has to stop. And this is the beginning of that. So that to me was very exciting.
Definitely. And you're paired again with Simone as her mom. So how is it this time around? Like, have you nailed it being her mom? Does she listen to you? Do you draw inspiration from your own mom or just being a mom?
All of the above. I wouldn't say Simone listens to me all the time, but she certainly does. Listen, it's not difficult as, she's a very good actress. She's very fun. We get along offset as well. So, it's not complicated. It wasn't complicated. It wasn't very difficult at all. There were some nuances that her and I had to work out in our characters, and that we talked about it and we both understood it and it worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just as I've noticed in the film that you three of you have had this really strong bonding. Like it's just amazing as seeing mom and sisters. And I can see that in the interview also right now. How did you work on that amazing chemistry?
I think it was pretty instant with us too. We honestly, I think everyone, we were working together for about 3 months, so close knit. And because it's a rom-com, we were already laughing at the actual script and doing the scenes, but offset, I would actually say, was even funnier. We would honestly have such a laugh, and I think it's because we had such a good connection. And I loved playing your daughter.
Yeah, no, it was super fun. It was easy, and I mean, you never know what
You never
things
know
are
what you're
like
gonna get.
offset. But
Yeah.
I also think that as a mother character of these two girls who I love and I want them to do well, I had to bring that energy from the beginnings. Like when I first met Anoushka, I was like, oh my God, I can't bear her. But I'm gonna have to be nice.
Yeah, no, we
No,
love that.
that's not
Look,
true. That's a complete joke. But I'm saying we brought that openness. And actually, Anushka and Simone also were getting along. Like I watched them get along.
yes, they
It
were.
really just clicked. It just worked.
It just worked.
Yeah.
Apart from
No,
you.
we're in love with that chemistry, and definitely, we recommend everyone to watch Picture This. So thank you so much for your time today,
Thank
and all
you.
yes. And we're looking forward to see you in an Australian film,
Yeah,
with
right?
No,
with
no.
Australian accent on, and also films in India, Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, bring on all the languages.
Why not?
I'd like to do an Australian one,
Yeah,
actually.
she can't do anything in Hindi, so
I'll
go
take you
Australian.
Okay,
take you up on that.